Hey guys, um, I just want to stop in and make a real quick video, real quick. I was in the mood. I was about to smoke real quick, so I'll just do a little smoke and talk. And what I want to talk about, because it's gonna be real quick. The last few women who have messaged me, I have been talking to a couple of between one-on-one sessions and the exposed thoughts that I am getting into and starting up and talking to the ladies who are interested in joining exposed thoughts, to where you can choose to expose yourself as we talk about different topics which put yourself into learning to be okay in your body at any given time, which teaches you the confidence in multiple areas of your life, quite frankly. When you really can get more close and connected with your physical, you really acknowledge all your mental and spiritual too, and how you can't do one without the other, quite frankly. So I wanted to, because I had them come to me and are scared, they're nervous about the first exposed thoughts and when they get started, and exposing themselves. They're like, I may not look like you, or I'm not confident like you, or just things like that. And so I just wanted to talk really fast about how to build your confidence. Comparison, what is the thief of all joy? Isn't that like a saying? Comparison is the thief of all joy, and that is absolutely true. When it comes to you learning to love your body, to get into your body and to love yourself the way you really deserve, the way you really need to keep growing and expanding and evolving in the first place. So when it comes to women, the women who I talk to, the women who come to me and things like that, I just want to be as clear as possible to anybody who listens to me, who I can inspire, is you do not compare yourself to the people around you. The only person you are in competition with is yourself. And I try to say this as much as I can. I try to talk about this and say this as much as possible, as much as I can, because it's just so true. It's just so true. You cannot compare yourself to anyone but you. To anyone but you. Everybody got their own shit going on. And even when I have women coming to me and thinking that comparing themselves to me is a compliment, it's not. It's the furthest thing from what I want the women who are watching me, who are allowing themselves to be inspired by me, to feel. We are not in competition with one another. I'm finishing up and working on my course now, Consciously in Love with Me, which is a course really for women. Men can be in it, but again, it really goes around women and just the whole stigma and standards we've grown up with, the things that have affected how we feel about ourselves, and the steps in the process in really healing ourselves to be able to step into our best versions, to be able to be our best selves, quite frankly, who we really want to be, who we really are in the first place. So I know one of the big things I talk about is a comparison, and you feeling like you need to be compared to other people in any sort of way, to other women. How that came from what childhood trauma, when you were growing up, and maybe the pretty girls around you, maybe they were skinny, or maybe they were light skinned, maybe they had thin hair, the mixed girls who had certain kind of hair as a black girl, when you have thicker hair and things like that. We were always getting perms to some degree or another. Even for men, comparing yourself to anyone else will not teach you how to love yourself on any kind of level. Self-hate does not teach you self-love. And I heard that. Self-hate does not teach you self-love. So you can keep comparing yourself and thinking how you're not shit to somebody else. Compared to this person, you feel like you're not good enough, etc., etc. But that's not teaching you how to appreciate and even acknowledge. I say all the time, the first step to self-love and learning to love and accept and acknowledge who you are is figuring out who you are in the first place, okay? And you don't do that by constantly saying that you're not like this other person over here. That's not the goal. That's not the goal. But it will keep us stagnant, and it's what so many of us do and continue to do. What we saw friends doing it, we saw our parents doing it, constantly comparing us, comparing themselves to people around them instead of really taking time to really acknowledge and accept just the way they were in general. So instead of comparing, really realize all the unique things about yourself that you like and dive into it. Get in touch with that. Get close to that. I know when it comes to me, the reason I love and have fallen in love so deeply with body love and self-love and modeling and being able to do semi-nude modeling and being able to expose myself is because it taught me that I had the right to be myself. To what I remember growing up and thinking I needed to be taller, thinking I needed to be skinnier, just so many things. I hated so many things about my body. And so now being able to model, and not just model, but do nude, semi-nude, lingerie type modeling takes such an amount of confidence to pull off, and it makes me realize that I have the right, again, to be exactly who I am, and that be good enough, that I don't have to compare myself to all the other women around me, and be like them in any sort of way in order for me to be worthy and good enough. That, quite frankly, is the fact. It's the things that are so different about me. Ooh, excuse me. It's the things that are so different about me that have made me so, what's the word I'm looking for? Just already on my journey, the type of support and love I get, those things that I do that are so different, the fact that I decided, regardless of the fact that other people around me will feel these thoughts about me modeling, especially this type of modeling I'm doing, they'll have these things to say, me choosing to do it anyway. That being so different, me going around spirituality in this way, quite frankly, turning this body love into a whole spiritual conscious journey. That's so unique and different. It's what makes me, even in modeling, where people are like, even why I get so much love from women, to where they're like, wow, I really appreciate everything that you're putting up, is because I'm fucking 4'11". I got all these thighs and stuff like that. I know y'all see how this keep rolling up, and that's because of my tummy. But I love my body. I love wearing stuff like this on my videos. I love my photo shoots. I love getting those pictures back and thinking I look so fine and sexy and good. I love that sexual, sensual goddess energy that I get to have and hold and carry on me and be admired, quite frankly, by so many people around me already. And I'm just getting started. And that's because I have allowed myself to stop trying to spend so much time paying attention to others and how I can be like them, but rather really get deep into, I don't know, who I am and what I like and what I enjoy, what makes me passionate, what makes me feel confident. The fact that when I'm doing these shoots, good God, I love doing them. The feeling that it gives me, and choosing to stick with that, and that's good enough. That makes it good enough. That makes me worthy just that. So just the first step when it comes to loving yourself, loving your body, really going in that direction, really starting your journey, is to stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others, down to people who you see on Instagram, down to your family members, down to your friends. Stop comparing yourself to others and strictly focus on what you are feeling. Strictly focus on what is feeling good to you. And when you follow that direction, that's going to take you exactly where you need to go. That's going to take you exactly where you need to go, and it's just going to take you deeper and deeper and deeper into your experience of body love and self-love, to the point where nobody is going to be able to affect you or pull you out of that. So it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. So yeah, that's just what I was coming here to say. I guess that's where I'll wrap it up at. Stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. You are in a category all your own. Okay? The only person you're in competition with is yourself. So that's it. Conscious Mary. You all like, you all subscribe. If you don't follow my social medias already, go. My social medias, they're below. My Patreon, go subscribe. You get even more there. Lots of things coming up. Like I said, my Consciously in Love with Me course is coming out soon. I'm working on the details, just doing a few more edits, making sure everything is there for you all, so you can genuinely experience and get everything out of it that I want for you all. So that's all for this video. I'll be talking to you all soon.